Hi everybody, Zach Drax, and welcome back to another episode reaction of the Apothecary Diaries. Today we are moving on episode 11 and going on from there. This video marks the end of the first half of season 1. We have another 12 episodes to go through. I'm very excited. We'll have a new opening next time as well to check out, so I can't wait to see that either. But we have a lot going on right now. In the last video, we had so much happen where it started to finally all bridge together and start to have these connections occur. We have these 4 concubines all kind of vying for the eye of the emperor, and I've spent some time trying to learn these names. We have Gyoku, the pink-haired lady. She's the one that MAOMAO is working under as a lady-in-waiting. We also have Lady Lihua, the purple-haired girl. She's the one that lost a child in the first episode. We have the younger girl that's dressed in pink and white. Usually it's Lady Lishu. And then now we also have this 4th concubine that we started interacting with last time, and this is Lady Adwa. And the lady-in-waiting for Lady Adwa is this more elderly lady. She's been around a long time. She has some secrets, I think. She's coming off super nice. MAOMAO is currently working with this lady, doing some jobs and things like that, but she's in this house trying to get some information, and at the very end of the last episode, she discovered that her father was the one to deliver the baby of this concubine. So we don't know why that happened. We don't know anything about it yet, but that is a big mystery because the father kind of seemed interested in kind of getting back into the Jade Palace, or like through the walls where MAOMAO is and has access to. So we don't really know what the intentions are yet of the father, but I am kind of watching him with a little suspicion and, as we move forward with new episodes. I can't wait to see more, guys. Let's just get started. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, it means a lot that you're here, and if you haven't already, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel for more reactions coming soon. We do have a Patreon as well where you can help support this channel, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description below, and thank you to those of you that have already done so. On Patreon, if you use this episode reaction for just $1 a month, it's unedited and unfiltered. It means a lot if you consider, so please do if you can. And here we go with episode 11 of the Apothecary Diaries. Let's go. Again, right into our credits. This is our last official time enjoying this opening, guys. Let's check it out one more time. Let's really focus and watch it. See if we missed anything. It's really catchy, as I've been saying every video. And I think this whole thing serves as a great introduction that MAOMAO uses a lot of flowers and plants to get the ingredients for the herbs and medicines that she creates. In a dark world, there's color. You know, that color is MAOMAO. Her reflection's different, like different colors, like talked about that little light in her hands, like kind of concealing her true nature, her true self, and now she's going to like let it go and blossom like a true flower and sprout into this makeup dress wearing girl and just be carefree, you know, just start dancing like me. So catchy, man. Well, I've been guessing since the beginning, guys, that MAOMAO is kind of there, of course, against her will. She was kidnapped and placed into this palace, but as more time goes on, more and more people are learning about her talents and learning about her skills as an apothecary and utilizing her more and more in different situations to help solve mysteries. That's the whole premise of the show, and I'm really enjoying it, but I do feel like MAOMAO's going to get to a point where maybe her year will be up and she'll be able to potentially be released, but then they're going to do something. They're going to be like, hey, you know what? Actually, we need you here more because you're so good at what you do. And then they're going to kind of make her bitter about that. I don't know. Just guessing, guys.
Since she's away, there's something I would like to discuss.
Don't ask pressing questions when there's a blade in the other person's hand. Just saying.
Then it's as I thought.
Please.
It's hard to picture this lady as violent, though. So I don't know. I'm really watching her carefully, too.
We've finished tidying up the palace.
The big cleanup was just a smokescreen. A new high-ranked concubine is going to be introduced during the New Year's celebration, and concubine Adwa will be forced to leave. The consort. She can't have children anymore. I want to know what happened when she gave birth.
To be blunt, I fail to see how it's any of your business.
It has more
to be more blunt. My father was involved.
The doctor who was in charge.
Yep.
He was my father.
Ooh, that struck
The
a
birth
nerve.
of concubine Adwa's child coincided with another delivery. one deemed more important. The Empress Dowager's son.
Everything is going to be all right.
That delivery took higher priority, and concubine Adwo was forced to wait.
Alright, so maybe that's why they grabbed the father?
Sadly, the child that was born to concubine Adwo passed away soon after. It would seem you're still blaming yourself for that, Lady Fengming. While concubine Adwo was spending time recovering from giving birth, caring for her child fell to you, the head lady.
So you figured it all out?
There was a rumor how the child fell ill and died as a result of the toxic face powder. But that's not the case, is it? After all, that charlatan would have banned the makeup from the palace. But you're a clever woman. You wouldn't have let the baby die from that. The real cause of death was this. Their nectar is known to be toxic.
I am aware.
At this moment, you are. Not back then. Regular honey isn't poisonous. You thought it would be a nutritious supplement. To an infant, though, it can be lethal.
Oh, man.
Thank you for your help, as always.
Of course.
But
It's
was
no
it
trouble at all,
was it
Lady
intentional
Adwo.
or
You
just like a
focus on
mistake?
rest and recovering.
Maoamo keeps saying this girl's so smart.
Thus, concubine Adwo's child passed away. The cause was seen as a mystery. My father Luoman, the attending doctor at the time, was blamed for repeated mistakes, including the one at childbirth, and was expelled from the rear palace.
Wow, okay.
Only later would you learn the truth. Someone came along and taught you how honey can be poisonous when it's fed to an infant. But
So
you
she
couldn't
didn't
let concubine Adwo find out.
intentionally
Imagine if
try
she
to
knew
kill the
you were the one
baby,
who killed her
but
child.
she concealed it after the
And
fact,
so,
after learning it was her
They had
fault.
to vanish. That person was Consort Lishu, a young girl taken from her parents, and a woman who could no longer give birth. A sort of codependency might have developed.
Yep.
It was during this time concubine Lishu shared how she almost died after eating honey when she was younger. To make sure your lady never knew, you started chasing the concubine away from the Garnet Pavilion. Later, the previous emperor died, and concubine Lishu was forced to leave the rear palace for good. Problem solved. But one day, she returned
She back.
as another high-ranking consort, and a threat to Adwo's status.
So she tried to
An
poison her?
insolent child, constantly attempting to visit your mistress, as if trying to be with her mother. To protect concubine Adwo, who became incapable of childbirth, and to conceal the issue with the honey, you poisoned concubine Lishu's soup.
Dude, that
Just
knife
ask
is... I'm worried, man. All this secret
You must know it's
and
meaningless.
planning
So there's
to
no point in
keep the
answering.
secret and to save your own hide, is basically being thrown in her face like, hey, this is wrong and I know the truth. Like, is she going to act?
The moment I met Lady Adwo, I knew I would spend the rest of my life serving her. I'm guilty. He's gone because of me. The child Lady Adwo loved so dearly was taken away. She acted strong, but I knew she cried herself to sleep every night. It's my fault.
Once he hears my story, Master Jinshi will surely apprehend Fengming. There's no way she wouldn't be executed. Might I make a suggestion? My options are limited, but I can take your two motives and make them into one. The result won't change, but if it's preferable, please hear me out.
I heard you had Gaoxuan collect some information.
True. I was hoping to figure something out, but it was all for naught.
According
What's
to
she
you,
up to now?
Feng Ming's motive was to ensure concubine Adwo would remain in a position of influence as one of the 4 concubines.
Indeed. Strange. They're out of season.
Oh, it tastes sweet.
For poison, yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
As if you ingest
stuff's
a
poison.
lethal amount. The poisoning of concubine Li Shu, the cause of death for the baby, make both motives into one.
you know, you feel bad for the lady because she didn't intend for the baby to die, but
I can't sleep.
any truth, anything that
Maybe I'll
comes
take a
out now
walk.
is going to basically sign her death warrant. And it's like, do you want to put that lady to death just to have the truth come out? Does the truth need to come out? Like, I don't know. It's a slippery slope with that kind of stuff, man. I don't know.
Fengming was executed,
Oh,
and
wow.
concubine Aduo is set to leave the rear palace tomorrow.
Care to join me for a drink?
Is that booze? Look at me! I mean, if you insist.
After my son left me, my role changed entirely. I became the Emperor's friend, no longer his concubine. The water must have been so very cold. It would have chilled her to the bone. What a fool she was.
She might have been.
We all are.
I think I get it now. That servant's death. It really was a suicide. And concubine Aduo already knew. Fengming might have even aided the girl with her attempt.
Oh my gosh, this is just crazy.
What
Like,
are you doing?
uh-oh.
Ow, don't scare people like that.
I didn't mean to.
Oh my.
And what are you doing here?
I might ask you the same question.
I'll be going. Ugh. Would you mind unhanding me now? I told you, let go. Have you been drinking tonight?
Yep.
They asked me, so I did.
I wonder who.
The host invited me to partake with them. Loaded me up full of booze, then just took off.
I don't have to put up with some clingy drunk, even if he outranks me. Hold on. Come to think of it, he did break my fall when I lost my grip climbing down. I suppose before being too demanding, the decent thing would be to thank him.
But she only lost her grip
Master
because he yelled out to her. Oh, he's crying.
Please don't go. Keep me warm. Just a while longer.
Oh, man, their moments are just so strange. Like, you don't know how to
Well,
read him
neither of
still.
them appears
Like,
to be
what is his
hungover.
intentions and desires? Like, what does he want
The
with
ceremony
her?
must
Like,
take place before concubine
I don't know.
Aduo can leave
Can't
the
figure
rear
it out yet.
palace. First, she must return the crown signifying her as the pure consort, which will be bestowed upon another. Wait, now I see it. I knew she resembled someone. She reminds me of Master Jinshi.
Oh.
The two of them could get away with swapping outfits.
After my son left me, my role changed entirely.
Why did she phrase it that way instead of simply saying he died? One could interpret that as meaning he's still alive.
uh-oh.
There's no evidence of it that I've come across. But what if concubine Aduo's and the Empress Dowager's babies were swapped at some point? It must have been clear to her after seeing how her child was treated.
What do you think you're doing? I must tend to her.
The Empress takes priority.
No, you can't.
If only her
Wow,
son was born to the Empress
I'm smelling a
instead,
twist.
he would live a better life. Perhaps in her state, she simply couldn't tell right from wrong. But still, the decision would result in her son surviving. Surely that would have been her greatest desire. However, what if people found out the babies were swapped later? If that happened after one of them died, it would explain why my dad received such harsh physical punishment. He didn't notice. It would explain why the Emperor's younger brother is in such a delicate position, and why concubine Aduo, who's supposed to be a realist, stayed in the rear palace for so long.
The plot
What
thickens,
complete
man.
nonsense. I'm disappointed for even thinking of it.
Please don't go! Lady Lishu!
Imagine being a lonely
It's like a like a mother-daughter
and finding a lady in waiting you
type
can
of
trust.
relationship here.
How utterly reassuring that must be.
Are you hurt?
At that moment, her masculine, noble face suddenly took on a different expression, one of a caring mother.
She told me she was kidnapped and sold off, but...
What's going on now? He's looking into Maomao's history. This episode, man, had some big twists. I really liked it. I really liked the answers we got, you know, and as sad as it is, it's a harsh world. It's a really harsh world to have, you know, that one lady in waiting get offed, basically off screen. She died, you know, went to the gallows, how have you. You know, it's just it's a harsh world, and you got to do what you got to do to survive, basically. And I've been saying that before for a few times, but like maybe now I'm thinking the dad isn't so bad. He just, you know, he wants to get in everybody's good graces again, maybe after all that happened. And now that there's a kind of a way, you know, I don't know. I feel like Jinshi knew like that was Adwa was his mom. And that's why he was so drunk and sad, because she was leaving. Like, he couldn't really express it in the open public. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's things going on behind the scenes, you know, and it's just crazy. We are going into our next one, guys. Here's episode 12. Let's go. All right, here we go, guys. Episode 12.
How will you proceed?
Following the execution, Feng Ming's family was summarily subjected to varying degrees of corporal punishment, as well as seizure of all their assets. The erstwhile lady-in-waiting was named sole perpetrator, so her mistress, concubine Adwo, remained unmarred. But these names, those of Feng Ming's kin and their contacts, they were not so blessed.
That's all of them, including those implicated through business.
I see the family whom the apothecary was kidnapped and sold off to is among the names arrayed here.
We could conceal this should you wish.
Should I wish? Have I the right? Just or otherwise, it makes no difference. If I say it, it's done.
So how does he really feel about her?
I should just give the order. It would be such a simple thing. Conceal the facts and keep her right here.
My understanding is if he gives this order, it's going to mess up her family situation.
How would she feel if she learned she'd been maneuvered to stay in a place she loathed so?
And he wants her here. I don't think that's any
Terrified of
surprise.
widening that rift growing between us any further.
But he
Master
knows
Jinshi.
she'll hate him.
I thought she was just a convenient pawn to you.
No, she's more. Oh, we don't know. We don't know how he answers. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm so lost on Jinshi and how to read him. Like, he plays around with Maoamao. He treats her subjectively, but then we see glimpses of him actually caring about her and like kind of desiring her in a sense, almost. Like, I don't know. I don't know how he really feels, you know, and I don't even know if he does yet. Maybe that's part of the thing he has to figure out.
Who I haven't been able to send any more paying customers to fill the old lady's coffers.
Yeah, I do feel like maybe we're going to have a whole culmination of those thoughts in this episode. Like, you know, he's going to have to give that order or he's going to conceal it, and that'll be the deciding factor of how he really feels about her. Maybe we'll know by the end of the episode.
My, how rare. You're flustered. Easy now, you're red all over.
Please, I need a word.
Of course. This is about the layoffs, I assume?
Yes. I want to know if they affect me.
Take a look.
So then, I'm to be let go too? As Lady Gyokyo's lady-in-waiting,
I can ply my craft with both purpose and support.
I was gonna say, like, there's partly a reason that she would want to stay. She does good work.
Still, I'm just a lowly servant. I'm in no position to assert my wishes here. No matter what, I mustn't beg. My place is one of service. Should I remain, then I'll be of use. From kitchen duty to food tasting. Whatever you want of me.
Whatever I want.
That's right. Command me and I'll do it. To the best of my ability. Cut my pay if you have to. As long as I can buy a little more time before I'm sold, I'll take it. Just, please, let me stay.
Fine then.
Then you'll...
I'll let you go.
Oh.
Negotiation unsuccessful. Maoamo is fired.
Did he just read the situation wrong? Like, he thought she wanted to go, but she actually wants to stay? Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Like, to me, if she leaves, it means that she's not going home. It means she's getting sold off somewhere else.
Not another word.
Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of what they alluded to.
A week after being fired,
This whole, like, I don't know, this whole, like, time frame of this world, you know, is just kind of wild because
taking the time to
yeah, the lady in waiting was executed, and just because of her actions, the entire family has been affected and lost wages and put on hard times and all that kind of stuff just because of one other person's actions in the family. It's kind of crazy.
No, I don't think we can reasonably liken that girl to a toy anymore. He only really let her go because he couldn't stand the thought of using her. It'd be terribly complicated if it wasn't so simple.
You know, you look so much better without freckles.
Just wait till you try my lipstick.
Tonight, my place of work is a party outside the brothel at a noble's mansion. The expense of having a courtesan do a house call is insanely astronomical. I may be coming along with you, but it's just so you all look better by comparison. Because of my generous severance package from the rear palace, I was able to temporarily delay my sordid fate.
Don't discount yourself so easily. You'll do great tonight, Maoamo.
You look so cute.
Hey, that money isn't gonna earn itself, huh? Wow, you cleaned up better than I thought you would. How about taking some of those clients of your own?
I'm just an apothecary's daughter with no interest outside of medicine. So why has she been so insistent with it these last few years?
This is where you'll be mingling.
Master Lihaku made us a number of lucrative introductions. Apparently to some quite young officials.
Okay. Well, we are seeing everyone's talents now, I think. Maoamo is going to have to figure out how to kind of fit in, I guess, here.
How the others keep up the whole smiling act all night, I'll never know. Huh.
Oh,
what's his
it's here
deal?
too.
May I join you?
I'm fine.
Oh? Now where have I
He
heard
doesn't
that
even know it's
sulky
her.
voice before? Master Jinshi?
What's wrong?
We have a no-touch policy.
I see. You know,
It's like, well, you were just
look
touching
very
me.
different in makeup.
So I've been told.
Why are you dressed like that anyway?
I'm working tonight.
Working? You mean you're...
This lout seriously enjoys calling my chastity into question, doesn't he? I don't take customers if that's what you're asking. Not yet.
Not yet. All right. I'll buy you out of here.
Oh.
Huh? Is that a joke or... Actually, that could work.
Huh?
I mean, I could work in the rear palace again. That'd be nice.
I thought you had quit because you hated it there.
Huh? When did I say I didn't like it there? I tried convincing you to let me stay and you just fired me anyway. True, it had its fair share of problems.
They just got to talk,
Let's
and
be real.
and
Where
everything
else
will be
could someone like me
explained.
find
And
work as a taster? In fact, the only thing I missed was
they're
my
just
freedom
on
to experiment
opposite
with
ends, you
poison.
know, and they're trying to meet in the middle, and they're not understanding each other.
Dabbling in poison at all.
But now maybe they will.
Is it me, or is he behaving even more childishly than usual?
I should have known. Do people ever tell you you're hard to read?
Yes, routinely.
So is he.
I still can't touch.
Rules are rules.
There are exceptions.
There aren't.
It won't kill you.
Let's not find out.
One hand, just fingers.
In here, I'd almost forgotten how persistent this guy could be. Just the fingers, all right.
Ooh. You'll lick it. Can you call that a kiss? Maybe.
Idiot, the color sticks, you know?
Jinshi's gonna say we kissed.
What's this?
But that's all he did.
Yes, MAOMAO.
How scandalous.
Oh, come on! Mr. Gauchman? Alright then. I should whip something up real quick. Wandering freckle-free hasn't always ended too well. Can't believe that was last winter.
Wow.
The kidnapping was unlikely, but being sold to the rear palace? Unthinkable. And then
We've come quite
promoted to
far
lady in waiting.
in 12 episodes.
We've got someone who needs looking at. Better come quickly.
Sure thing. The rear palace. I was kind of hoping I could put off seeing that place indefinitely.
Are you going to go back to the rear palace?
I'm not sure, though. It's not as if the rear palace and brothels are really all that different.
Trouble sleeping again?
I'm going to step out and get some air.
Just take care, all right?
I will.
That's very pretty. Winter is here.
The difference between a brothel and a palace is ornamental. It's a garden, and it's a cage.
She's done so much already, you know, and like they said, like her skills would be put to really good use if she continued on in the rear palace. But like she's debating like whether she chooses the garden or a brothel or whatever, you know, it's a cage. You know, that's what she said, and that's what she's kind of, you know, trying to figure out. Like she wants to be free, but there's no real option to have freedom right now. So it's kind of like, what's the lesser of two evils, if you will, you know? I think that's what she's trying to work out. You know, she made a comment how the grandma the past few years was really trying to push her to like join the sisters and stuff like that, and as a courtesan and everything. I was hoping we'd get a little more about that when they sat down in the spa hot tub thing. But they didn't really talk. They kind of cut away. So it left me wondering, like, does the grandma have more insight? Does she know, like, you know, if you do this, yes, it's a rough life, but at least you're somewhat free to control things, you know, rather than having too many unknowns out in the world, you know, that you can't control. I don't know. Maybe the grandma's actually trying to look out for her. I don't know.
What do I do from now on?
Some few days later, a fair-faced noble arrives unheralded to the pleasure district. He carries enough cash to make a crow's eyes gleam, and for some reason...
Huh?
A strange herb growing from the husk of a twig-like insect.
Winter with herbs.
His only asking price, a girl.
So he's gonna buy her? He's gonna make her eat honey. That's the first thing he's gonna do. He's gonna be like, all right, where'd we leave off? You know, like open your mouth and She's gonna shove some honey in there. Oh my gosh, man! Like, it makes sense, you know, like that he is now going to own her, you know, and that she'll get to live on. I do feel like he's going to be really good to her and kind to her more than she realizes. There are going to be some creepy, weird moments, I'm sure, coming up. We've seen a few already, you know, but I do feel like this is going to probably be her best option for what choices she has, you know, like. I don't know, like it's given the times and the century that we're in, you know, in this setting, like women are very limited on what they could do, and so yeah, she's bought in, you know, per se, but at the same time, like she's bought by this decent guy, you know, at least for the most part, he's decent. I don't know where I'm going with that thought, but like, you know, like if she didn't choose him, if she didn't accept that, you know, then what would have happened to her? And we don't know. Like, she could have gotten kidnapped again and placed somewhere else even worse. Like, there's so many variables, and it's impossible to know what could have happened to her. But pretty confident to say that she would have been worse off than she is now. So probably for the best. At least, you know, we get to still hang around with the characters that we know, and let's see what happens next. Oh my God! All right, he's dialing her all up. Playing some games.
Next time, serving in the outer court.
Oh, okay. And we had somebody watching them, so I don't know what that's going to be, but maybe that'll be a bad guy. I don't know. I have no idea, guys, where we're going from here, but we are now halfway done with the first season. I'm very excited to continue on, to see more of the show, to see how things evolve and change throughout the episodes, and I can't wait for you to join me as we continue on with Season 1 of the Apothecary Diaries. If you haven't already, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of these episodes and this reaction. I'd love to chat with you guys down in the comments below, and we'll be back, like I said, for more episodes soon. Thanks again for watching. Have a great one, and we will see you next time.